What if everything could change, just by changing the way you see it? You see, the difference between progress and being stuck, between growth and frustration, often comes down to one thing: perspective. It's not always your circumstances holding you back, it's how you interpret them. We've been taught to chase external change, new jobs, new places, new people, but lasting transformation begins in the mind. The lens through which you view your life shapes your actions, your relationships, and your future. If you're ready to stop spinning in circles and start moving forward with intention, this might be the perspective shift you've been waiting for. Because once you start seeing things differently, everything around you starts to look and feel different too. The power of true change. Change is a powerful force. When we talk about change, it's not just about tweaking your daily habits or trying something new like a hobby. Real change runs much deeper than that. It's about transforming how you view the world, how you process your experiences, and how you understand your personal journey through life. If you're aiming to make real progress or reach a meaningful place in life, one of the most important areas to focus on is your mindset. Changing how you think and how you see things is the true starting point. Many people believe that success comes from changing external circumstances, getting a new job, moving to a different location, or surrounding themselves with new people. While these changes can have an impact, they are not enough on their own. Without changing your inner world, your thought patterns, and perspective, those external adjustments will only provide short-term improvement. Before long, you may fall back into the same patterns, stuck with the same issues. Why perspective matters. Everything begins with how you look at things. Let's take a closer look at what this means. Imagine two individuals placed in the exact same situation. They receive the same opportunity or face the same obstacle. One will move forward and grow, while the other remains stuck. What makes the difference? It's perspective. One person views a challenge as a chance to improve, the other sees it as a setback. One views opportunity with enthusiasm, the other sees it as a threat. The situation remains the same, but their outcomes are completely different, simply because of how each person interprets it. Take the example of two sales representatives who are both sent to an island to sell shoes. When they arrive, they both notice that no one there wears shoes. The first sends a message back saying, "There's no market here. No one wears shoes." The second sees the same situation but thinks differently. With optimism, they report back, "Great opportunity. No one has shoes yet." The setting didn't change. The people didn't change. What changed was the way each person saw the situation. That's how life works. Many times, your progress will depend not on what's happening around you, but on how you decide to view it. Shift your thinking, shift your life. If you want to transform your life, begin by shifting how you think about your circumstances. It's not the situation itself that shapes your future, it's your response to it. It's about how you interpret events, how you frame your challenges, and how you choose to respond. Consider someone who constantly says, "Nothing ever works out for me." Maybe they've genuinely had tough experiences. But with that mindset, they create a cycle that keeps repeating. They start believing that nothing can get better. As a result, they fail to notice new chances, overlook small wins, and avoid taking meaningful action. Why? Because in their mind, they've already accepted defeat. Problems are a sign of growth. Often, the biggest barrier isn't the situation, it's the mindset. It's not about what life throws at you, but how you perceive it. And that perception, if not adjusted, can keep you from moving forward, no matter how much you try to change everything else. Problems are a good thing. Yes, let that sink in. Problems are actually good. They're what help us grow. They push us to stretch beyond our comfort zones, to think in new ways, and to become more resourceful and resilient. The power of gratitude. It all comes back to perspective. One of the most powerful ways to shift your perspective is through gratitude. Being grateful can change how you experience life on a fundamental level. When your attention is fixed on what's lacking, on what you don't have, or what's going wrong, you start to live in a mindset of scarcity. You feel like there's never enough, not enough time, not enough money, not enough chances. That mindset narrows your vision and keeps you focused on limitations. But when you practice gratitude, when you focus on what you do have, you begin to notice how much is already going well. And that shift opens your eyes. You start to see opportunities where there were only barriers before. You begin to feel abundant, not deprived. Gratitude isn't just about the big wins, it's about the small, everyday moments. Things like having food to eat today, having someone who cares about you, or simply waking up this morning with a chance to make the day better than the last. These seemingly small details are often the most meaningful. When you train your mind to look for what's good, even in the middle of life's challenges, you're teaching yourself to focus on progress, not problems. You start to see potential, not just pressure. Focus on what you can control. Life won't ever be perfect. That's just reality. But perfection isn't the goal, growth is. And when you begin to notice the good in every situation, even the difficult ones, you create a mental shift that changes how you handle everything. You move your focus away from what's out of your hands and instead concentrate on what you can influence. That shift doesn't just improve your mood, it improves your direction, your decisions, and ultimately your outcomes. Your happiness is deeply rooted in your relationships. The question is, how do you see the people around you? Are they a source of stress, or do you view them as a gift in your life? It's easy to get caught up in what others do wrong. It's simple to notice what annoys you or what doesn't go your way. But if you truly want to improve your relationships, the first step is to shift how you see the people in your life. Look for the good in others. Start by recognizing their strengths. Focus on the things they do right. Maybe your partner isn't perfect, but they have qualities worth appreciating. Are you paying attention to those? Perhaps your children test your patience, but they also bring light and joy into your life. Are you acknowledging that joy? Here's something that proves true again and again. When you focus on the good in people, they often rise to meet that vision. It's as if your attention helps shape their behavior. When you constantly criticize or point out flaws, you end up seeing more of the same. But when you express appreciation and gratitude for what others are doing well, things begin to change. People respond positively to being appreciated. They feel seen, valued, and encouraged to grow. This can completely transform the dynamic between you and those around you. And it all comes back to your perspective. The way you see the world influences everything in it. If you're always looking for problems, you'll find plenty. But if you're seeking possibilities, you'll start to see opportunities. Focus on what's missing, and you'll feel something is always lacking. But focus on what's present and working, and you'll feel fulfilled, no matter your situation. So how do you make that shift from a negative mindset to a positive one, from scarcity to abundance? It begins with awareness. You need to notice the moments when your perspective is pulling you down. Catch yourself in those thoughts and pause. Ask yourself different questions. What's the lesson in this situation? What opportunity might be hidden here? What can I learn? What can I be grateful for right now? The more you practice this approach, the more natural it becomes. Over time, your mind will start to default to growth, not doubt, to gratitude, not lack. And when that happens, your life will begin to change, because your perspective is the key. Your mindset is your greatest tool. It can either hold you back or launch you forward. The real change doesn't happen when everything outside of you shifts. It happens when you choose to see with clarity, with gratitude, and with purpose. Start looking for the lessons in your challenges, the growth in your setbacks, and the good in the people around you. Begin to speak to yourself not with doubt, but with belief. Let go of scarcity and begin to live with a sense of enough time, enough strength, enough opportunity. This is your life, and the way you see it will shape the way you live it. So choose a perspective that empowers you. Because the key to a better life isn't more, it's seeing better.